Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Welcome to the Be Your Own Hero show. I'm your host. I'm Sekou Write. I'm a professional speaker, and welcome to the Hero Show. Hero is an acronym. It means helping everyone reach optimism. It also means high emotion radiates overflow. And boy, we need that one today. We need this one today. Radiates overflow. Radiates overflow. Radiates overflow. All right, so there's a lot. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to talk about today. Yeah. All right, so let me get started. Thank you for New Thought Media Network for allowing me the space to learn to exercise this show and see what it feels like to do a show and having had a stroke. And this is 1 year. 1 year. Today makes 1 year that I've been doing this thing without a stroke. Well, I guess I should say it's been a year since I had my stroke because I didn't start off trying to do a show immediately. Like I didn't even know that I had a show. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that I did not remember? I did not remember that I had a show. I did not remember. Now, isn't that? Oh, sorry. I thought that was something on my nose. But isn't it fascinating that I didn't even remember? I caught my mom watching me on TV. I was like, that looks like me, right? I can't even remember how the exact sequence of events went, but I remember I didn't realize I had a show. And so within that period, I have begun to, with the help of New Thought Media Network, I've begun to stretch and try and do things and do more things and do what it takes to feel normal. To feel normal. Yeah, to feel normal. So I think I'm just gonna go. I think I'm just gonna go because there's so much here to talk about. And I just wanna talk about it. Because first of all, I've been feeling very emotional leading up to today. But on today, I was about to say I wasn't feeling very emotional, but I guess I've been feeling less emotional. I've been feeling less emotional on the day. Yeah, I've been feeling less emotional. So I'm going to work through it. Okay, so let me explain where I am. This background, you see. Let me explain. I have traveled with Fee King to Nashville, Tennessee. Because last night there was a graduation ceremony for what they call mini college. So a small thing that they do with kids. I mean, real kids. And they do it at Fisk University. And this time last year, oh man, okay. This time last year, I was presenting to these kids. I was presenting to their parents. I was one of two people that was alive today, was up today, was giving today, right? First person was Persephone Fellow of Interest, who has been their go-to forever. So last year it was her and me, and we were the two people presenting. And I did my presentation, and then I just got lost. I got lost. Yesterday at the event, I found out that this woman who who caught me. I remember her well. I remember she caught me. She caught me with both hands, like, "Hey, what's going on?" But her brother was a first aid specialist and checked me out immediately. Wow, I don't even remember that. I don't even remember that. But it must have been his ascertainments, his things that he noticed about me and let him know that I was having a stroke, and to call the hospital and let them know that someone there was having a stroke. And so I'm talking about speed. I'm talking about speed, the speed with which everything happened. Everything happened. Because if I had been someplace else at that same amount of time, that same time period, who knows? Who knows? If I had not been at Fisk, if I had been at home, let's say, or if I had been shopping, let's say, if I had been to movies, let's say, and that had happened, the difference in brief moments of time would have been extreme. Would have been extreme. So I greeted her and I was like, "You're the one I've been looking for. You're the one I've been looking for. Tell me your name." And I can't recall it just now, but tell me your name because I need to know who you are, who you were, because I remember you holding me up, and you're the last thing I remember. And we exchanged information, and yeah, yeah. So anyway, I digress. You're gonna have to give me a minute. You're gonna have to give me a minute because it was a lot. It was a lot. So anyway, that's who I was last year, and my stroke began at this event last year. At this event last year, this stroke began, right? And to be mm, to be on stage at the same place, not the exact same place, but to be on stage at Fisk University when the very last time I was at Fisk University, this happened. The stroke happened. The stroke happened. And being in the same spot a year later, 1 year later, there was just a lot. There was just a lot. And Fee was trying to figure it out. She was trying to figure it out. And I didn't realize how much it would affect me, but I was using Fee to help me remap some of my bad memories. Now bad memories just I'm using the word bad because they weren't the greatest memories, right? But the way we walked back to the car, we had to walk by the place where they picked me up. They had to pick me up. And so B King doesn't realize that. She's just walking along with me. But I'm using her to go through this way to remap that private space, that private time, that unearthing time because I had to. I had to remap. I had to reorder some of the spaces. So there was so many places, so many things that I saw, and it brought back so many memories. And the flood of images came back. And so, anyway, I say all that to say, and I said that to say that I got there early and watched the room fill up. Oh, I got to show you some things. I got to show you some things because P King did her work in terms of showing things. Okay. There we are. We're back. Okay. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know where I was, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm back. I'm back. So let me point this out. This piece of footage from yesterday. Now I was seated at the back of the church, and I watched the church fill in around me, fill in and fill in and fill in, until there were people sitting on either side of us, and I didn't dare move because I was nervous, y'all. I was nervous. I was so nervous. I've been giving. I realized that I've been giving speeches since, I mean, I can't remember when I wasn't giving speeches. I've been giving speeches my whole life, and I had reached a point of getting past it, but not like yesterday. Yesterday I was petrified, petrified. But then this happened. I want to show you this. Show you this. This is B King with the, yeah. You're gonna have to turn your head to the side to to catch it. I couldn't figure out how to get it up right side up, but check this out. Okay, so now we're moving in slow motion, right? And now look at this. Now this is how it was for me. How it was for me is I went into slow motion, and I was like, "What is going on?" And I'm talking to myself, "Oh my goodness, what am I doing? What am I doing?" Past all these people, and then she's still giving me the intro. She's still giving me the intro in her gold kente clef, and then I reached the front of the room, right? And then I look to my left, and you'll see it. You'll see it when I turn to my left because these kids are like, "Oh my God, Mr. Sekou!" And they're doing this while it's happening, like while they just realize that, oh, that's Mr. Sekou, that's him going on. Now look at these kids here. See them looking at him. I'm looking at them smiling because they are applauding again. See the kid clapping, like the clapping for me had long since ended, but the kid started again, started again. Oh my God! And so I started off talking about that. I started off talking about that. Like, yo, you all know what just happened. Oh, wait a minute, let me phrase that. It was, it was, um, it was. Oh, let me turn off the volume. Uh, so, so it was. Let's acknowledge these kids that have just acknowledged me because they threw me off. They threw me off. I didn't know what I was going to do, what I was going to say. I had notes in my jacket pocket, had notes, but when that happened, that just went, oh man, that just filled my heart. And I remember talking about that. I said, let me let you know why these kids are clapping, because of what happened to me last year. And how many of you were at the the graduation last year? And all these hands went up, parental hands, much more than I expected, because I didn't recognize many people. And then I said, well, how many of you remember what happened to me? Everybody like raised their hand higher. I was like, oh, okay. Well, so let me tell you what happened to me. Let me tell you what happened to me. And and then I don't know. I don't know what I said. I don't know what I did. I don't know. And I forgot all about the notes in my pocket that my mama just printed up and typed up, and I just I just flow. I just let my mind flow. And And what I discovered, it was a great, my mom said this later. She said this was a great idea for me to practice. And the difference is, the difference is live versus this. This, I can do this all day, right? I've learned how to do this, right? I'm talking to a blank camera screen and I got some notes popping up on the side, right? But that's very, very different than a room full of kids, room full of parents and their kids. That was entirely different. And it wasn't until I was leaving the stage, I was like, wait a minute, I was supposed to pick 3 points that I'm supposed to look at. Like, do you remember that one from Speech Academy where you're supposed to choose a point, and a point, and you look at those points and you speak those points because they keep you from getting pulled off guard by what people's facial expressions are doing, and that was throwing me off. Facial expressions were throwing me off, and yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot, and I learned some things from some other people, like for example, this young lady. She, I can't forget her name, can't remember her name right now, but she was one of the women who spoke after me. And as she was leaving, I was on the back row. She came and stopped me and said, "Hey, didn't you do something? Didn't you do like a play?" And I was like, "Oh, man, yes, I did a play. I did a whole play at Fisk University. That's what I was doing before the the mini college, before mini college. I'd done a play, and I was like, oh man, that just felt so good to be recognized for something else, something other than what I've become known for. And that was something else. That was something else. And I learned from her to how to hold the notes, because she had notes in her hand when she went up on stage, and she held them with one hand, and she held it with the microphone. Like, I learned so much by watching her, and I need to have the notes in my hand all the time. Put my hands in my hand, the notes in my hand before I get to stage, then I won't forget I have them. And have a acronym, a brief acronym that I can go to and use. Like, yeah, she gave me so much. She gave me so much. Ashe, Ashe. And yeah, there was so much to do, so much to say, so much, so much, so much. But I'm telling you, I have not been nervous about speaking, I think, my whole life. My whole life. But yesterday, I was petrified. And when you saw it happen, that's when it happened for me. When those kids were like, oh my God, that's when it broke for me. And I just said what I said. I still don't know what I said, but I said what I said. I said what I said. Yeah. And I gave Miss Professor Finches a hug on the way off stage. And someone was talking about having that moment on tape. And I was like, oh, wow, I'm glad you got that. I think it was Fee King said she got a picture of it. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Anyway, I ended up leaving after a while, because what was happening was, well, 2 things. One was my mind, as you now know if you've been watching this, my mind has become interesting. It will find something and then unpack all the layers around it quickly. Like, and yesterday was perfect for that, because I saw somebody's face and it'd be unpacking their stuff. I see this kid, and I unpack everything about this kid, and I unpack this kid. I unpack everything about this kid, like all night. And so that was getting to be a bit much for me. I saw people I didn't know. I didn't know that I knew, but like it took me a while to. Okay, let me just explain this one more time because I want to get it right for myself. So my mind would latch onto somebody and then peel the roles back, add everything to them. Or my mind would catch somebody and be kind of halfway. It'd be like, you know this person, but you don't fully know this person. And then all of a sudden, later on, so that was happening at the same time. And so that became a lot for me. Like every time I'm looking around, I'm recognizing faces, recognizing appearance, recognizing all these people are coming into my life. And it was a lot for me. And then I saw the kids moving around because they performed the Wiz. They performed the Wiz, which was great. And I was like, yo, I taught that kid, and he's so much bigger now. A year later, so much bigger. And so there's just so much happening that I decided that I didn't want to be let down. I didn't want to be let down by these kids. I didn't want to be let down by these kids because I was seeing them like they had to line up. They'd line up in the pew, and they came right by me, and I was like, "Oh my God, I know these kids." And people was like, "Which one?" I was like, "All of them, like this whole tail spin right here, the whole tail of kids right here. I knew all of them, and they were unpacking at the same time, And I was like, "Oh man, I don't want to have my feelings hurt by speaking to these kids and not have them speak back to me." Now I know it's a silly thing. But I just got caught up in, I don't know. So I left early, and almost toward the end. I mean, towards the very end, we left, and I told you what I did with using feed to walk the way that I walked. That they carried me in the wheelchair in the ambulance. And yeah, that was just a lot. That was a lot. And I don't know what happened with the manual kick today, but I don't know. I'm just feeling full. This today is day 409. This today is day 409. This is the day that a year ago today I'd been running for 409 days in a row, and I had been doing it for 409 days in a row, and day 409 I fell short. And I was a little nervous running today, but I kept it slow. I kept maintaining, and I'm about to drink my water and do the things that I need to do, right? Okay. All right, let me check my comments and see how I'm doing. Let me check my comments first. Let's see what's happening. Okay, so yeah, I'm sorry about what happened through the thing. I'm sorry about what happened to the thing. Okay, let's see what Fee King is here, by the way. She's in some other part of the hotel getting ready for her presentation of 409 day. I don't know what she's gonna do, but she's got a separate. Oh, let me just let me just tell you, Fee played this video, like she was playing this video, and I heard my voice. Not my voice. I heard someone mention me, say, "Mr. Sekou." I was like, "What?" And I came over there and looked, and this is a man I've never even met before, one of Fee's friends, and running out there on the track, because out of deference to me. I was like, "Oh man," that got me teary-eyed this morning. And then he showed his girlfriend. He took the camera, showed his girlfriend. Like, "Who we out here for today?" She said, "Sekou. Who we out here for today?" Sekou. I was like, "Oh man, I haven't met either one of them," but they were singing my praises as someone who is standing up and doing what's right. for himself and his body. That's me. Ashe. Ashe. So anyway, thank you for sharing your most vulnerable thoughts and actions. Your ability to be vulnerable gives us all permission without the judgment. Ashe. 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 Yeah, there was so many things I wanted to say last night that were more vulnerable. I don't even know what I said. I mean, I told you what I said, but I don't know what I said. And I don't think I want to know. I'm looking for still shots that I can post. But anyway. All right. So let's see. Hi to M. And let's see. Every man needs to hear this message and remind today. Ashe. Ashe. I accept that because sometimes you just gotta lean on somebody. You gotta lean on somebody because it doesn't make sense for me to be here. It doesn't make sense for me to be here in Nashville, right? I had to spend money I don't have to be here. But I just kept thinking about what my life would be like if I just sent a hello. Oh, would you just read something? I just couldn't. I couldn't. I just couldn't. I couldn't. I told them. This one thing that I said on stage. I told them that I got up at 4:00 this morning to catch 6 a.m. flight to be here to explain to you. People were like, "Oh wow!" It was clapping. I was like, "Yeah, I had to be here because I had to explain to you. How to hack your pain, because your parents hacking their pain will show you how to hack your pain, but your parents have to do it. Your parents have to do it. Ashe, ashe. So on that note, I'm gonna close on out. I may be talking about this for a while. I may be talking about this for a while. Oh, today's Friday. Oh, okay. So check out my social media this weekend because I might have some more to say about this. Okay. So all right. Let me put my website up so it reminds you of going to my website, make a donation, and buying my book, Hack Your Pain Now. Hack Your Pain Now. Hack Your Pain Now. Please, please, please buy it. And yeah, and I'll see you on Tuesday for sure. For sure. All right, I'll see you later. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Where is my thing? See, I got myself all frazzled thinking about things. Okay, let me see. Okay, here we go. All right. So sorry again for the technical difficulties, and we'll see you next time. Later.